Aaron sat in the small office of the spaceport, staring at the message glowing on his terminal. It was unusual, to say the least. Private jets for Earth's elite were not his usual job. He was a pilot, trained for cargo runs, planetary surveys, and emergency missions. But this message invited him to deliver a top-secret private jet to a distant research station orbiting Arinder Prime, a newly discovered planet on the edge of human exploration. He blinked twice, making sure he was reading it right. The sender was anonymous, yet the request sounded official, even urgent. There was a generous payment, and a promise of a chance to work with some of the brightest minds in human space travel. Aaron had always dreamed of more than ordinary runs, and this mission was an opportunity he could not ignore. By evening, Aaron arrived at the spaceport hangar where the jet waited. It gleamed under the artificial lights, sleek and silver, with smooth lines that hinted at extraordinary technology. Unlike any craft he had flown before, the jet seemed alive, as if it were aware of him. He ran his fingers along the surface, feeling a subtle hum vibrating beneath the metal. "Impressive, isn't it?" a voice said. Aaron turned to see a woman stepping lightly onto the floor. She looked calm, confident, and every bit as intelligent as her aura suggested. Her dark eyes were sharp, studying him carefully, and she carried a small data pad in her hands. "I'm Neela," she introduced herself. "I'll be accompanying you on this flight. I handle research coordination for the station. And apparently, I'm here to make sure you don't press the wrong buttons." Aaron smiled. "Well, I try not to. But judging by this craft, I think it might have more buttons than I know what to do with." Neela chuckled softly. "Then you're in for an adventure." They boarded the jet together. Inside, the cabin was sleek, almost minimalistic, but with advanced displays and touch panels covering the cockpit. The pilot's seat seemed molded perfectly for Aaron's frame. Neela settled into the passenger seat, and the cabin hummed to life, responding to their presence. As the jet lifted from the spaceport, Aaron felt the familiar rush of acceleration, but with a subtle difference. This jet responded faster, moved smoother, and seemed almost aware. He glanced at Neela. She was studying the console, her fingers brushing over holographic projections that Aaron couldn't yet understand. "Have you flown a ship like this before?" he asked. "Not exactly," Neela admitted. "But I know its systems well enough to advise you if something goes wrong. And, from what I've read, it's more than just a private jet, it's a test. Something to see how humans adapt under unusual conditions." Aaron raised an eyebrow. "A test?" Neela nodded. "Think of it as a challenge. The jet's designers are creative. They like to push boundaries. That's why the mission is so secret." Aaron's curiosity piqued. He had flown through storms, navigated asteroid fields, and survived engine failures, but he had never been part of a mission meant to test human potential. And somehow, having Neela there made the unknown less intimidating. Hours passed as the jet cut through the lower atmosphere, leaving Earth behind. They talked quietly, sharing bits about their lives. Aaron discovered that Neela loved puzzles, languages, and studying patterns. She shared observations about space weather and orbital anomalies, and he listened with fascination. Neela, in turn, seemed impressed by his experience and calm decision-making in the cockpit. Then, the first unusual reading appeared on the jet's monitor, a series of energy spikes coming from the direction of a nearby asteroid belt. Aaron frowned. "That's strange. It's not in any of the flight plans." Neela's eyes lit up with curiosity. "Could it be alien in origin?" Aaron laughed softly. Or maybe it's just a natural phenomenon. But either way, we should check it out. He adjusted the controls, guiding the jet toward the asteroid belt. The ship responded instantly, gliding with precision between massive rocks floating silently in space. Neela's hands flew over her instruments, analyzing the readings as Aaron maneuvered the jet through the field. For a moment, time seemed to stretch. The two worked in perfect harmony, human intuition meeting human intellect, adapting to a situation neither had faced before. Even in the vast emptiness of space, their presence together felt balanced, as if each complemented the other. Finally, the energy spikes vanished, leaving behind only the soft glow of distant stars. Aaron let out a breath he didn't know he was holding. Neela smiled, not with relief, but with quiet admiration. "You handled that well," she said. Aaron nodded, feeling a surge of pride. "And you kept me from flying blind." As the jet continued toward Arinder Prime, the two settled into a companionable silence, each pondering the mysteries ahead. They didn't know what challenges awaited them, but already, it was clear this journey would be unlike any other. And somewhere deep inside, Aaron felt a thrill he hadn't felt in years, a mix of danger, discovery, and the promise of human ingenuity tested against the unknown. The stars stretched endlessly before them, a canvas for human courage, curiosity, and the adventure that was just beginning. The jet glided silently through the void of space, leaving Earth far behind. Aaron kept his eyes on the control panels, carefully monitoring the ship's readings, while Neela leaned over her instruments, analyzing streams of data with a focused intensity. The energy spikes they had seen earlier were gone, but something about the asteroid field still felt unusual, almost deliberate. "Aaron," Neela said, her voice calm but urgent, "I'm picking up a signal. It's faint, but it's structured. Not random energy, not a natural phenomenon." Aaron adjusted the ship's sensors. "Structured, you say? That doesn't sound like any asteroid signature I've ever seen." "It's almost like a message," Neela said, her eyes lighting up. "I can't decipher it fully yet, but the pattern is intelligent." The jet hummed as it changed course, moving closer to the source of the signal. Asteroids drifted lazily around them, massive rocks spinning silently, but Aaron guided the craft with precision, dodging obstacles and keeping the jet stable. The ship responded to his every move with ease, almost as if it understood the danger and was helping him navigate. "I have to admit," Aaron said with a half smile, "this is more excitement than I expected on a routine delivery." Neela chuckled. "Routine? This isn't routine at all. You're right in the middle of something rare and possibly important." As they approached a particularly dense cluster of asteroids, a faint shimmer appeared between the rocks. Aaron slowed the jet, bringing it closer for a better look. "Do you see that?" he asked. Neela's fingers flew over her pad. "Yes, some kind of craft. It's small, sleek, and definitely not human. Its energy signature matches the signal we detected." Aaron felt a thrill of anticipation. He had flown through dangerous space storms, navigated unstable planets, and survived engine failures, but this was different. First contact. A real encounter with something alien. The small craft hovered silently, rotating slightly as if observing the jet. Aaron's hands moved instinctively over the controls, keeping the jet at a safe distance. Neela continued analyzing the alien signals, trying to understand them. "It's broadcasting in a pattern, almost like it's trying to communicate," she said. "The sequence repeats every few seconds. We might be able to respond." Aaron's brow furrowed. "Respond? How? Neela tapped her console, her fingers moving in a blur. If I can encode a return signal that mirrors its pattern, maybe we can establish a basic communication. Think of it like speaking in numbers instead of words. For the next several minutes, the two worked in perfect harmony. Aaron adjusted the jet's position to maintain optimal sensor alignment, while Neela created a mirrored signal. When she activated it, the alien craft seemed to pause. Then, after a few seconds, it moved slightly closer, almost as if acknowledging their attempt. Aaron let out a slow breath. Looks like it worked. Neela nodded, her eyes shining with excitement. Yes. But we still don't know what it wants or if it's friendly. The alien craft suddenly rotated and released a small, glowing object that floated toward the jet. Aaron grabbed the controls instinctively, maneuvering the ship to intercept it safely. Neela extended a containment field from the jet, capturing the object before it drifted away into the asteroid belt. Inside the field, the object hovered, a small, crystalline structure emitting soft pulses of light. It was beautiful, intricate, and clearly constructed with intelligence far beyond anything humans had made. This is amazing, Aaron said, studying it carefully. Do you think it's a gift? A warning? Or a test? Neela shook her head, her mind racing with possibilities. I don't know. But we need to take it back to the station. Scientists will want to study this immediately. And we need to be careful. Whoever or whatever sent it could still be watching. As they continued toward Arinder Prime, the two fell into a rhythm. Aaron piloted the jet through increasingly tricky asteroid formations, while Neela continued to analyze the alien object. Each obstacle they overcame strengthened their trust in one another, and each moment of shared focus deepened their connection, not in words of romance, but in mutual respect and admiration for each other's skills. Hours passed, and the alien signals gradually faded into the distance. The asteroid field lay behind them, yet its memory lingered. The small crystal pulsed gently in the containment field, a silent reminder that humans were not alone in the universe, and that their journey was only beginning. Finally, Neela turned to Aaron with a small smile. We handled that well. Humanity adapts quickly, doesn't it? Aaron grinned. We do. Especially when we're put to the test. The stars stretched endlessly around them, each one a possibility, each one a challenge waiting to be met. Aaron and Neela knew that their adventure had only just begun. Ahead lay unknown planets, mysterious technology, and perhaps even more encounters with life beyond Earth. But for now, they had each other, and they had proven something important: humans were clever, resilient, and ready to face the unknown. And somewhere deep inside, Aaron felt a thrill he could not ignore, a sense that space held not only danger but incredible discovery, and that this journey would change him forever. After the encounter with the alien craft, the jet moved steadily toward Arinder Prime. Aaron and Neela had barely spoken since the asteroid field, each lost in thought. The soft hum of the ship filled the cabin, a reminder of the technology they were lucky enough to command. Neela glanced at the containment field holding the small crystalline object. It's still pulsing, she said. Something about it feels active. Almost like it's waiting for us to understand it. Aaron nodded, his eyes scanning the cockpit. And the jet itself, it's unlike anything I've flown before. There's more to this mission than just delivering it to the station, isn't there? Neela hesitated, then nodded slowly. I've suspected as much since the beginning. I think this jet was designed not just to transport passengers, but to test human skill, intuition, and problem solving. Every system, Every function it's a challenge waiting to be solved. Aaron leaned back, intrigued. A test? You mean, the whole flight? Yes, Neela said. And I think we're only at the beginning. Curiosity gnawed at Aaron. He moved toward a panel on the side of the cockpit he hadn't examined before. Hidden behind a sliding cover was a small compartment with unusual markings. The symbols glowed faintly as his fingers brushed against them. What's that? Neela asked, leaning closer. Aaron hesitated for a moment, then pressed a button. The compartment opened slowly, revealing a compact device with a strange metallic finish. Its surface shifted subtly, almost as if it were alive. Neela's eyes widened. This isn't human technology. Look at the design, it adapts to your touch. And the markings, they match patterns in the crystal from the asteroid belt. Aaron picked up the device carefully. A soft vibration ran through his fingers, and suddenly, holographic projections appeared in the air above it. The images showed rotating planets, streams of energy, and symbols that seemed almost alive. What does it do? Aaron asked. Neela studied the holograms. I think it manipulates gravity, or at least fields that affect movement. If we understand it, we could control or stabilize areas of space that would otherwise be dangerous. Aaron's mind raced. That could explain why the jet handled the asteroid field so smoothly. Maybe the ship was working with the device all along, responding to it in real time. Neela nodded. Exactly. Whoever designed this wants humans to figure it out. They want us to show ingenuity, adaptability, problem solving under pressure. Aaron's heart raced with excitement. He had faced many dangerous situations before, but this was different. Here, there were no enemies to fight, only puzzles to solve. And it was a test of human intelligence, courage, and creativity. Together, they examined the device. Neela traced her fingers over the holograms, discovering sequences that activated new functions. The jet responded instantly, adjusting the cabin environment and energy flow. Aaron was amazed at how quickly they were learning to control it. This is incredible, he said. Humans, we're capable of more than we realize, aren't we? Neela smiled. Yes. We are clever, adaptable, and able to solve problems no matter how strange they are. That's why they chose this jet and why they chose us. As they worked, Aaron felt a deep sense of connection to Neela. Not in a romantic way, but in a partnership of minds. Each respected the other's intelligence, each appreciated the other's skill. Together, they were solving challenges that neither could have faced alone. Suddenly, the device pulsed brightly, projecting a path toward Arinder Prime that Aaron had not noticed before. The route avoided asteroid clusters and areas of high radiation, as if the device itself were guiding them. Look at this, Neela said. It's showing us the safest, most efficient path. Almost as if it knows we're learning and adapting. Aaron grinned. Humans and technology, working together. That's what it's about, isn't it? Our ingenuity combined with what we can learn from alien knowledge. Neela nodded. Exactly. This is a partnership not just between us, but between humans and the intelligence that created this jet. It's showing us that when humans rise to the challenge, we can accomplish incredible things. For the next few hours, Aaron and Neela experimented with the device, learning how it interacted with the jet and with space itself. Each discovery was a thrill, a reminder that humanity's potential was far greater than they had imagined. And each challenge they solved reinforced their trust in each other, building a connection grounded in respect, curiosity, and shared achievement. As Arinder Prime grew closer on the horizon, the two reflected on what they had learned. Humans were clever, brave, and adaptable, and together, they could meet challenges far beyond Earth. The jet, the device, the crystal, they were all tools to show that human potential was limitless. Aaron leaned back in his seat, feeling a sense of accomplishment. I think we're ready for whatever comes next. Neela smiled, her eyes shining with excitement. Yes. And I think the real adventure is only just beginning. Above them, the stars stretched endlessly, a canvas for human courage, creativity, and discovery. And for the first time, Aaron understood something he had always suspected: humanity's strength was not just in technology, speed, or power, it was in the mind, the heart, and the will to face the unknown. As the jet glided closer to Arinder Prime, the calm of space was suddenly broken by a flash of movement on the sensors. Aaron frowned. That wasn't on the flight plan, he muttered, adjusting the jet's trajectory. Neela's eyes widened. It's another craft. Much larger than the one we saw before, and it's approaching fast. The alien vessel loomed on the view screen, sleek and imposing, yet strangely elegant. Its surface reflected the distant starlight, and soft pulses of energy ran along its hull. Aaron's fingers flew over the controls, keeping the jet steady as the craft drew closer. Do you think it's hostile? He asked, his voice calm but alert. Hard to say, Neela replied. But I think it's intelligent. Look at the pattern of its movements. It's observing, testing our reactions. Aaron's heart raced. This was unlike anything he had faced before. He had dealt with dangerous storms, failing engines, and tricky landings, but never a direct encounter with an alien intelligence that could judge his every move. The alien vessel's lights flashed, and a stream of symbols appeared on the jet's communication panel. Neela leaned over, her fingers flying across the touchpad. It's a message. They're communicating. Wait, I think I can decode it. Minutes passed as she worked, translating the patterns into basic concepts. Slowly, a message became clear: demonstrate skill. Solve the challenge. Show your understanding. Aaron exhaled. A test, just like the device and the jet itself. They want to see how humans adapt. Neela nodded. Yes. This is not a threat, it's a trial. But one that will challenge us in every way. Suddenly, the alien vessel emitted a pulse that sent the jet spinning slightly. Aaron reacted instantly, correcting the spin with precise adjustments. The ship responded smoothly, almost intuitively, as if it was learning with him. Impressive, Neela said. Your reaction was perfect. They're observing how we handle unexpected situations. Aaron smiled faintly. So this is another puzzle. A challenge to test human intelligence and reflexes. The alien vessel then projected a holographic simulation in space, a series of obstacles resembling asteroid fields, energy streams, and gravitational anomalies. The simulation expanded, showing multiple pathways and possible solutions. It's asking us to navigate the scenario, Neela said. They want to see if we can use both our minds and the jet's capabilities to succeed. Aaron felt a surge of determination. He adjusted the jet's controls, preparing for the simulated challenge. Neela worked beside him, analyzing energy patterns, predicting potential hazards, and advising on course corrections. Together, they became a single unit of observation, adaptation, and action. As they maneuvered through the holographic obstacles, the jet responded perfectly to Aaron's commands. The hidden device in the compartment pulsed softly, lending its power to stabilize the ship and guide their movements. Each adjustment was precise, each choice deliberate, and each success demonstrated human skill in the face of alien complexity. Hours seemed to pass in a blur. They solved gravitational puzzles, avoided energy traps, and predicted the patterns of moving obstacles. At every step, the alien vessel watched, silently evaluating their decisions. Aaron and Neela didn't speak much, they didn't need to. Their teamwork, instincts, and understanding of the jet communicated everything necessary. Finally, they reached the last obstacle, a cluster of energy streams that required perfect timing to pass. Aaron held his breath as the jet weaved through the streams, Neela guiding him with calm precision. For a moment, time seemed to slow. Then, with one final adjustment, they passed safely. The alien vessel paused, then emitted a series of lights that formed a pattern of approval. Neela's face lit up. "We did it. They're acknowledging our success." Aaron exhaled, relief and pride mixing together. "That was amazing. Humans really can rise to any challenge when we work together." Neela smiled, her admiration clear. "Yes. And this shows something important, it's not just about skill or technology. It's about intelligence, creativity, and cooperation. That's what makes humans unique." The alien vessel slowly retreated, vanishing into the depths of space. The jet stabilized, and the calm returned. Aaron leaned back in his seat, feeling a deep sense of accomplishment. "Do you think they'll test us again?" he asked. Neela shook her head. "Perhaps. But what matters is that we've proven ourselves. Humanity is clever, adaptable, and capable of more than we sometimes believe. And together, we can meet any challenge." For a moment, they looked out at the stars in silence. The vast expanse of space stretched endlessly before them, full of unknown planets, life forms, and mysteries. Yet, for the first time, both Aaron and Neela felt confident. They had faced the alien test, demonstrated human ingenuity, and emerged successful. Aaron smiled faintly. "I think we're ready for whatever comes next." Neela's eyes gleamed. "Yes. And I think the real adventure has only just begun." Above them, the stars shone like diamonds against the black velvet of space, a reminder that humanity's potential was limitless, that courage and intelligence could open doors to the unknown, and that the journey ahead would be filled with challenges but also incredible possibilities. The calm after the alien vessel's test did not last long. As Aaron and Neela navigated closer to Arinder Prime, a sudden alert flashed across the jet's console. A solar flare had erupted from a nearby star, sending a wave of intense radiation directly toward their path. Aaron's fingers tightened on the controls. "This is bad. If we're hit, the jet systems could be damaged or worse." Neela leaned over her instruments, scanning the readings. "We need to act fast. I can try to modify the alien device, see if it can generate a protective field, but it's untested in these conditions." Aaron nodded. "Do it. I'll maneuver the jet through the flare's edges, minimize exposure." The jet trembled slightly as the radiation approached. Aaron expertly adjusted the thrusters, guiding the ship with precision, weaving between bursts of energy. The cockpit glowed with soft warning lights, and the air hummed with the force of the approaching flare. Neela worked furiously, her fingers dancing over the holographic controls of the alien device. Patterns shifted and pulsed, and slowly, a shimmering shield formed around the jet. It was faint but growing stronger. "Hold steady," Neela called. "The field is stabilizing, but we need to get through the worst part." Aaron's eyes were sharp, scanning every sensor. With careful maneuvers, he guided the jet into a narrow corridor of space where the flare's energy was less intense. The ship responded perfectly to his commands, almost as if it anticipated his moves. "Almost there," he muttered under his breath. The radiation lashed at the shield, sending sparks across the console. Neela adjusted the device, amplifying its power, and the shield held. Aaron's hands moved like lightning over the controls, dodging the worst of the flare's blasts. "Just a little further," Neela shouted. With one final adjustment, the jet cleared the flare. The warning lights faded, and the shield dissipated, leaving them floating safely in the calm of space. Aaron exhaled slowly, feeling the tension drain from his muscles. "We made it," he said, relief in his voice. Neela smiled, her eyes bright. "We did. Together. This is exactly what the tests have been about, showing that humans can face danger and find solutions, even under pressure." Aaron looked at her, admiration clear in his eyes. "Your quick thinking with the device saved us. I couldn't have done it alone." "And your piloting kept us alive," Neela replied. "This shows something important: humans are strongest when we combine our minds, skills, and courage." They both took a moment to appreciate the calm, floating in the quiet vastness of space. The crisis had been real, dangerous, and unpredictable, yet their combined efforts had succeeded. It was proof not just of their individual talents, but of humanity's ability to rise to any challenge. "I never thought a private jet delivery would turn into a life-or-death mission," Aaron said, a small laugh escaping him. Neela chuckled softly. "And yet, here we are. It's strange how challenges reveal strengths we didn't know we had." The alien device pulsed softly, as if acknowledging their triumph. Neela studied it carefully. "It's responding to our success. The technology is designed to measure problem-solving, adaptability, and creativity. It's almost like it recognizes our potential." Aaron nodded. "Humans are clever, adaptable, and brave. I think the creators of this jet wanted to see exactly that." As they resumed their course toward Arinder Prime, the two worked together to analyze the data from the flare. Neela recorded patterns and energy readings, while Aaron adjusted the jet systems to optimize performance. Their teamwork had never been more synchronized, each anticipating the other's needs and reactions. Hours passed, and the jet approached the orbit of the distant planet. Arinder Prime stretched below them, a swirling sphere of blues, greens, and golden clouds. The research station appeared in orbit, small but impressive, floating gracefully above the planet's surface. "We made it," Neela said softly, awe in her voice. "After all the challenges, we actually made it." Aaron smiled. "And we did more than just survive. We solved problems, adapted, and proved something important not just to the jet's designers, but to ourselves. Humans can face the unknown and succeed." Neela's eyes met his, filled with respect and admiration. "Yes. And this is just the beginning. There are more challenges ahead, but now we know we can handle them." As the jet prepared to dock with the station, the stars above shimmered like a promise of the future. The mission had tested them, strengthened them, and proven the value of human ingenuity. Aaron and Neela felt a deep sense of accomplishment, knowing that their courage, intelligence, and teamwork had made the impossible possible. And somewhere deep inside, Aaron realized something he hadn't fully appreciated before: humans were not just explorers or travelers, they were problem solvers, creators, and pioneers. The universe was vast and full of unknown dangers, but it was also full of possibilities, and humanity was ready to face both. With a steady hand on the controls and Neela's guidance, the jet glided smoothly toward the station, carrying not just cargo, but a testament to human skill, courage, and the limitless potential that lay ahead. The jet floated smoothly above Arinder Prime, its engines quiet after the intensity of the solar flare. Aaron and Neela had docked the craft at the research station, and for the first time since leaving Earth, they felt a moment of calm. Yet, the air in the cabin was electric with anticipation. "This station is impressive," Aaron said, glancing out at the sleek structure orbiting the planet. "It's designed for research and observation, but I feel like we're about to learn something bigger." Neela nodded, her eyes fixed on the small crystalline artifact still pulsing softly in its containment field. "I think the creators of the jet were waiting for us to reach this point. I can feel it. All the tests, the challenges, the alien craft, it was all leading here." As they stepped out of the jet and entered the station, a soft hum echoed through the corridors. The walls glimmered faintly, and panels lit up as if sensing their presence. Aaron's hand hovered over the rail, half in awe, half in cautious curiosity. A sudden shimmer appeared before them, a holographic projection of the alien vessel they had encountered earlier. The projection formed into a humanoid figure, glowing softly with light. Its voice was clear, calm, and resonant. "Welcome, humans," the figure said. "You have completed the trials. You have demonstrated intelligence, courage, and adaptability. You have shown the qualities we sought." Aaron stepped forward, feeling a mixture of pride and curiosity. "You mean, the tests? Everything we faced out there, it was all a test?" "Yes," the figure replied. "We designed challenges to observe how humans respond to unknown circumstances. Your ability to solve problems, work together, and adapt proves that humanity has potential far beyond what you realize." Neela exchanged a glance with Aaron. "So the jet, the alien craft, even the asteroid encounter, it was all meant to evaluate us?" "Correct," the projection said. "And now, having succeeded, you are entrusted with knowledge. Knowledge that will allow your species to explore, to thrive, and to advance responsibly in the universe." Aaron felt a thrill of anticipation. "Knowledge? What kind of knowledge?" The projection extended its glowing hands, and a holographic display appeared around them, showing schematics of faster-than-light travel, advanced energy systems, and techniques for understanding alien life forms. "This information is a reward, a tool for those who can use it wisely. It will allow humanity to reach beyond the stars, but only if you maintain the responsibility you have demonstrated." Neela's fingers traced the glowing holograms in awe. "This is incredible, faster than light travel, new energy systems, ways to study alien life safely, all of it. Humanity could change forever." The projection's voice resonated with calm authority. "We chose you because humans are clever, adaptable, and capable of learning. Your species possesses courage, intelligence, and creativity. These qualities, when united, allow humans to meet challenges no other species can. You have proven that your potential is limitless." Aaron looked at Neela, a mixture of wonder and pride in his eyes. All the obstacles, the challenges, the tests, they weren't just about survival. They were about showing what humans can achieve when we work together. Neela nodded. "Exactly. And it's not just about technology or skill. It's about problem solving, thinking creatively, and having the courage to face the unknown. That's what makes humans remarkable." The projection shimmered and added, "Use this knowledge wisely. Share it with your people carefully. Explore the universe with caution, intelligence, and respect. Continue to rise to challenges, and humanity will flourish among the stars." Aaron felt a profound sense of responsibility. This mission had started as a delivery job, but it had become something far greater, a testament to human potential, and a gateway to the future. Neela placed a hand on the containment field holding the crystal. We've learned more than we could have imagined. Not just about technology, but about ourselves, about what humans can do when we unite our minds and hearts. Aaron smiled faintly. We've proven that humans are clever, brave, and capable of great things. And this is just the beginning. The projection slowly faded, leaving them alone in the softly glowing corridor. The silence was calm but full of possibilities. They had faced every challenge thrown their way, and now they carried knowledge that could change the course of human history. As they returned to the jet, preparing to bring the discoveries back to Earth, Aaron felt a deep sense of pride and purpose. The journey had tested them, strengthened them, and proven that human ingenuity, courage, and adaptability were unmatched. Neela glanced at him with a quiet smile. Humans can rise to any challenge. And together, there's no limit to what we can achieve. Aaron nodded, feeling the truth of her words. The stars stretched endlessly before them, a canvas of challenges, discoveries, and opportunities. The universe was vast, mysterious, and full of unknown dangers, but humanity was ready. Strong, intelligent, and resourceful, humans could face any obstacle and emerge stronger. With the jet prepared for the journey home, carrying knowledge and possibilities beyond imagination, Aaron and Neela felt ready for the future. They had been tested, they had succeeded, and they had proven something extraordinary, that humans, when united in courage, intelligence, and determination, could meet the unknown and triumph. Above them, the stars shone brightly, reflecting the limitless potential of human beings and the promise of adventures yet to come. The jet cut smoothly through the blackness of space, heading toward Earth. Aaron sat in the pilot's seat, hands steady on the controls, while Neela worked quietly beside him, reviewing the data they had collected from the alien device, the crystalline artifact, and the lessons from the mysterious tests. The journey home was calm, but both felt the weight of everything they had experienced. The asteroid field, the alien craft, the solar flare, and the knowledge granted by the alien intelligence each moment had tested them, taught them, and shown the limitless potential of human ingenuity. Do you realize what we're bringing back? Neela asked softly, her eyes bright with excitement. Faster than light travel, energy systems, knowledge of alien life forms, humanity has never had anything like this. Aaron smiled, feeling a mix of pride and responsibility. Yes. And it's up to us to use it wisely. We've been tested, and now we know what humans are capable of. For a while, the two sat in silence, looking out at the stars. The universe stretched endlessly before them, a canvas of infinite possibilities. Aaron thought about the journey, about how each challenge had pushed him to think faster, act smarter, and trust in his instincts. But it wasn't just his skills that mattered, it was their partnership, their ability to work together, to combine intelligence and courage. Neela glanced at him, sensing his thoughts. We've learned more than just technology, she said. We've learned about ourselves. Humanity is clever, brave, and adaptable. That's what allowed us to succeed. Aaron nodded. And that's what will allow us to face the future. Whatever comes next, more discoveries, more challenges, we're ready. The jet began its descent into Earth's atmosphere. The planet's blues and greens spread across the view screen, familiar and comforting, yet now filled with new meaning. They had seen the universe's dangers, its mysteries, and its opportunities, and they were returning with knowledge that could change humanity's place among the stars. As the jet glided smoothly toward the spaceport, Neela reviewed their final data logs. Once we land, the scientists, engineers, and leaders will study everything. This will be the start of a new era for humanity. Aaron's hands were steady on the controls, but his mind was full of reflections. He thought about how humans had faced every obstacle, from the asteroid field to the alien challenges, and had proven themselves through intelligence, courage, and adaptability. Every problem had been solved not by chance, but by human creativity and determination. "Do you think they'll test us again?" he asked quietly, a hint of a smile on his face. Neela shook her head. "Maybe. But it doesn't matter. We know now what humans can do. We've proven ourselves." The jet descended gently, landing on the familiar runway. The engine slowed, and the soft hum faded into silence. Earth felt welcoming, safe, yet the experiences of the journey had changed them forever. Aaron and Neela stepped out of the cockpit, feeling the gravity of Earth beneath their feet. The air smelled familiar, comforting, yet they both carried a sense of awe and responsibility. They had been tested, they had succeeded, and they had returned with knowledge that could guide humanity toward new possibilities. Neela held the crystalline artifact carefully. "This is more than a discovery," she said. "It's a symbol of what humans can achieve. With courage, intelligence, and teamwork, there is nothing we cannot face." Aaron looked up at the sky, imagining the stars they had traveled among. "Humans are capable of greatness," he said softly. "We've proven it. And this is just the beginning." The jet, once a vessel of tests and challenges, now symbolized human potential. It had guided them, challenged them, and ultimately shown that humans were clever, brave, and adaptable. Aaron and Neela knew that the knowledge they brought back could change everything from space exploration to scientific discovery, and that humanity's future had suddenly expanded to include the stars themselves. As they walked toward the spaceport terminal, their thoughts were full of possibilities. Plans for studying the alien technology, exploring distant planets, and learning from the mysteries they had encountered filled their minds. But they also knew something simpler and more important: humans had the courage, intelligence, and determination to face the unknown, together. Looking back at the jet one last time, Aaron smiled. "We've learned a lot. And now, it's time to show humanity what we can do." Neela nodded. "Yes. The universe is full of challenges, but also full of opportunities. And humans together are ready." The sun rose above the horizon, casting a golden glow over Earth. The jet gleamed under the light, a symbol of human achievement, potential, and curiosity. Aaron and Neela looked at each other, a shared understanding passing between them. The journey had tested them, strengthened them, and shown them that humans could rise to any challenge, adapt to the unknown, and succeed where others might fail. And with that, they stepped into the future confident, capable, and ready to guide humanity toward the stars.